Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of The Truth is Barrel Proof. I'm Jack Bigadoo, also known as the Hood Sommelier. Today, we are traveling to Harlem. Harlem in the New York area. Harlem is really known for its culture, but mostly, if you think of the story of Harlem, is around jazz and music. There haven't been a big jazz player that haven't been around Harlem that haven't made an impact on the history as a whole of Harlem. The whole socio-economical history of Harlem was based around music and entertainment. When I received this bottle, I didn't know what to expect. I never heard of it till I read about it and realized the people behind the brand really wanted to keep whiskey and the story of Renaissance of Harlem alive. If you read behind the bottle, it literally said, inspired by the 1920s Harlem, our spirit is crafted to celebrate the rich and diverse history of Harlem, a vibrant and exciting nightlife, and complex rhythm and beat of jazz. I only really listen to jazz when I'm stressed. There's something about jazz that relaxes me. I'm hoping that this whiskey will feel the same. The vision of the people that own this whiskey is that one day they can open their own distillery in Harlem, and I think they're currently working on it. But for now, they have their brand, HARLEN STANDARD, which is this one specifically, the white label that you see is sourced from Indiana. I'm going to guess MGP, if it's sourced from Indiana, and bottled in Bardstown, Kentucky. This is a 4-grain whiskey, which means that you have corn, wheat, rye, and maybe malt ore. I can always look up the recipe, but I like the taste to actually tell me. I love 4-grain whiskeys. I feel like they're the most balanced whiskey, especially when you have that corn, rye, wheat, and maybe some barley or something else that to balance the taste flavor of the whiskey. I've poured it in my wisdom glass. Let's give it a try. This is 111 proof, 55.5 ABV. Beautiful design on the bottle, showing a jazz group. Let's give it a taste and see how it feels. On the nose, smells a little young. This is meant to be, it doesn't have an age statement on it. It is meant to be, from my reading, 5 years or more old and aged in new American oak. All right. Smell a little young on the nose. Citrusy, a little grainy, just a little grainy on the nose. But with a 4-grain, I can see a little bit of that maltiness. For me, malt is always about, it reminds me of bread. That's always where I put it more. A barley remind me of bread. Let's give it a taste. Okay. All right. 111, 55 proof. It does taste like 55 proof. Proof wise, I can definitely taste it. Tastes a little young in my opinion, but let's break it down a little. Honestly, taste note wise, for me is a little spice. It coats your mouth really well. The mouthfeel on this is really well. On the front palate is a little sweet, It's a little sweet on the front palate. But mid palate, nice note of spice, anise, um, a little bit of, I think I'll get that to clove, but the finish is a little hot. Is The finish is a little hot, just a little punch on the finish. It's quite enjoyable. There's a little bit of that green, like that black tea. That's why I was saying that is a little young, because for me, young whiskey tastes a little bit more grainy or black tea-ish, like, or green tea ish, like a little herbaceous. So that's why I said a little young. But as far as balance goes, honestly, beside the mid palate giving me that green tea, the front is beautiful. The finish for me is what I expect from 111 proof whiskey. And finish is medium, not long. But on a Truth is Barrel Proof, we asked two questions. How does the whiskey make us feel? And what will I pair it with? And how does this whiskey make me feel? It gets me excited. It really gets me excited because I really want to see what is the future of this whiskey. When I taste it, it gives me hope to maybe look more into it to see what exactly is there. What else can this whiskey offer? I would love to let it sit a little more and then retaste it. We'll love to see the aging process, and as it age, what can we see from this whiskey? What will I pair this with? For me, this is definitely a whiskey I will use in a cocktail. This is an old-fashioned whiskey because of the heat on the finish. That would be a good whiskey, and the proof for an old-fashioned. I would definitely have an old-fashioned and a nice steak and an old-fashioned with this whiskey. Let me know in a comment if you've tried Harlem Standard. This is pretty new to the market. Harlem Standard. This whiskey is just got here. I think I'm not sure of the MSRP, but it looks like we're gonna see more and more of it. This whiskey support the community, support music. So if you're into music, if you're into community support, if you believe in a mission, I think you need to look more into this whiskey and see exactly what is it that you get out of the notes. Another thing is, since they're a music-based brand, you can also look up Harlem Standards on playlist on Spotify, where you will listen to this podcast, and you may actually listen to some of the music that go. Maybe the music will get you in the mood of what you're tasting. But till next time, I'm Jack Bigadoo, and I can't wait for what we taste next. Cheers.